Hello, it's Phil here from socialupscale.com, and today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to create a Facebook business page, otherwise known as a fan page. Now, you might already have a fan page. If you have, that's great. But I'm going to give you a few ideas, okay? A few tips, tricks, and a couple of aha moments that may just help you along your Facebook journey, okay? Because I've been doing Facebook for some time now, and I've built multiple pages, and this one of our pages, for example, has nearly 400,000 likes. So we tend to know what we're doing here, and this is what I want to show you. I want to impart the knowledge that I've built up over the years down to yourselves. Okay, so if I can help, I certainly will. So what I want to do is show you the best way to create a fan page from scratch if you haven't got one. If you have, not a problem. I'll show you a few tips as well. So what you need to do is just log into Facebook as normal. Okay, presumably you've got a profile. If you haven't, just log into Facebook, create a profile. I'm not going to show you how to do that, but a profile is your personal thing, okay? And really, when you create your personal profile, especially if you have a business, okay, try not to do things like put up pictures of, you drinking multiple pints of lager one evening, or being sick on the pavement, because people tend to sort of follow you around on Facebook. So if they check your business page and they see that it's linked to you, they'll go and check you. If they see all these sort of degrading photos, then it can affect a buying decision. So just be aware of that. It's that's really important. I've sort of learned the hard way. I've done all that. Okay, so I am speaking from experience here. So what we need to do is go to facebook.com/pages, and then in the top right, if you can see this here, create a page. All right, there's my page there. Okay, but we'll create a page. Now, there's a lot of businesses on Facebook that are classed as so-called boring businesses. Now, that's not me classing you as that. It's Facebook. It's the community in general. Okay, and this could be businesses such as an accountancy practice, or a steel fabrication workshop, or a car mechanic, for example. Okay, essential businesses, but it's quite difficult to get a lot of engagement, isn't it? So I'm going to show you really one way to get around that. Okay, so the first thing is you're presented with 6 categories. Okay, as you can see them here, you can select any of these, but what I would suggest, okay, if you're into internet marketing, if you have a website, okay, then I found that brand or product works quite well, okay, because Facebook tends to leave you alone, especially if you get a lot of likes. Like I say, one of my pages has hit nearly 400,000 likes, and Facebook can start getting a bit funny when you get an awful lot of likes. So the way around that is to click on brand or product. Okay, choose a category. You can still do this if you're a traditional mom and pop business with a shop on Main Street. Okay, so choose a category, all the way down, scoot down to website, okay, and then put your brand, product name, or business name in there. Failing that, if you feel better because you have got a presence on Main Street, then you can obviously select local business or place. Okay, but we'll do that for now anyway, local business or place. Okay, so you can just obviously fill in these bits. Look, let's click this one because there's less to fill in. So website, say for example, let's take an accountancy firm. Okay, accountancy firms have found it notoriously difficult, okay, to get likes, engagement on Facebook, because it's an essential aspect of business life. But people just aren't that excited about it. But they might be excited if, for example, you call your page, rather than Phil's accountancy practice, okay, or I don't know, Acorn Accountancy. Rather than that, just think about what your perfect avatar, your prospect, is looking for. What sort of can get their creative juices going. All right, and what benefit? That's the big thing. The benefit. What benefit can you offer them? Now, if you're an accountancy practice, you've obviously got a wealth of knowledge to do with tax, to do with end of year accounts. So let's look at tax. Nobody likes paying tax, do they? And if you can pay less tax, you're happy about that, aren't you? So why not? All right. Now, bear with me here. Get rid of any preconceptions and don't think, oh, this is never going to work. All right. Why not call your site something like 5 ways to pay less tax? I think we're going to go for that, aren't we? 5 ways to pay less tax. Okay? Now, do you think if anybody is searching on Facebook and they come across a Facebook business page, 5 ways to pay less tax, and they're a business owner, do you think there's a chance they'll take a look at your page? Hell yes. Okay. All right. Rather than Acorn Accountancy. So there's the first top tip. Okay. Don't worry about a brand. Okay. Because we can brand yourself inside of this Facebook fan page. All right. Don't worry about branding. Let's have something people can engage with. Okay. So all you do is click Get Started. I'll have a quick slurp of tea here. Okay, right. So tell people what's about 5. Whoops. Oh. Guaranteed. Okay. Check out our blog. Let's call it a blog. Not everybody likes to say, when you say check out our website isn't really it. So check out our blog at http. Always put http, then it's a clickable link inside your description. Okay, let's just, so you can see it. Sorry. Okay, http acornaccountancy.com. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to delete this page anyway, so if there's any copyright infringements, it'll only be for a short time. Okay, and then on here obviously put your website as well, because you want a few links going back to your website. That helps your website rank. Okay, these are also what's known as backlinks. Okay, so we'll put it in this as well, acorn.com. That'll do. Okay, and save info. Obviously put in as much as you can in that description box. Okay, and make it compelling as well, and make sure you put in benefits. Now, picture, make sure you upload a nice, a nice profile picture. And you can stick anything in there. Let's fire something in there. Oops. Okay. What you doing? Sorry. There we go. That's better. Okay. Phil's photos. Where are we? We'll just bang that one in for the time being. Just so you can see what's going on. Okay, there we are. And just skip that. You don't need that. And just skip that as well. Okay, so you have now got your Facebook fan page. So called 5 ways. Sorry, we'll get rid of all these. Gotcha. Okay, so 5 ways to pay less tax. And see the profile picture, you can get rid of that. Okay, so we'll just click on this little down arrow here and hide from timeline. Okay, they don't need to say big picture of you on there. All right, and then what I like to do as well is I like to just scoot down the bottom. Okay, it's earlier. Okay, no problem. I'll shut up, they've changed it. And now, the next thing to do is to put on a really good cover photo. Don't try and do this yourself, okay? I used to do a bit of graphic design. It used to take me ages, okay? I'm going to give you another top tip. If you haven't heard of these people, then you really must, okay? If you go to a place called Fiverr, which is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and it's basically gigs for $5. So you can get a lovely Facebook cover photo done for $5. So if in the find services, oops, there we are, find services, put in Facebook cover and just click on that. All right, and then make sure you select high rating. Don't go for the recommended, select high rating here, okay? All right, now I've used this fella quite a bit. I'll show you who I've used. I've used this guy, okay, what's he called? Adin 770, and I've used this one as well. Look for the amount of reviews they have and the feedback, okay? So just click on there and you'll see what the gig is all about. All right, and you can see a lot of their past work. Scoot down, read some of the reviews. Okay, great work. Satisfactory experience. Okay, right. Okay, that's not that bad. But you know, bearing in mind they're doing thousands. Best thing is have a look at their past work. Okay, I'll show you one that I got done by this same person. Okay, so if you go to my doggy page, I love Shih Tzus. Okay, there you go. So see that cover photo? That's all right, isn't it? You know, it's nice, it's engaging. That's the page. You know, there's nearly 400,000 likes, and I get commented an awful lot about this picture here. And this picture was done by this fella here for $5. So listen, don't clod on and do it yourself. If you've got images that you want in your in your Facebook cover, yes, send them to the designer. They'll include them in your cover photo. Get it professionally done. Don't arse about doing it yourself, okay? And then the first thing to do is obviously like the page yourself, okay? Now, the first thing you want to start doing is you want to start posting. You want to start getting engagement. Nobody will come to your page and like it if there's nothing there. So start putting in some really good stuff. If you're not sure what to put in, just go over to Google, okay? Ways to save tax in the UK, okay? There we are, now they're a highly respected organization. So let's just click on there. 30 ways to save tax. Yeah, we all want to hear those 30 ways. So look, let's obviously read the article, see if it's congruent with your prospective audience, okay? Yes, it is. So copy that URL at the top, okay? Just copy it. 30 top tips to save tax in the UK. Okay, you would really want to put a little bit more, but just for this demonstration I won't. and then all you do is just paste that URL into the comments. Facebook should automatically pool it. There you go. It'll read the URL. It'll have a look at the image. Yeah, if the image is good, perfect. Just post it. All right, and there's your first bit of content. That really wasn't difficult, was it? So whenever anybody comes to this, they can click on there, or they can click on that link. So if they just click on there, it automatically goes over to which, they start reading it, and yeah, that's brilliant. So what you want people to do is you want people to comment. Obviously you want people to like it, okay, but let's look at the social interactions, how much oomph Facebook gives you. Okay, Facebook looks at shares first. Okay, that's like the number one, that's the holy grail. Okay, so if people share your post on their timeline, then that's brilliant. Facebook will give you so many points. Okay, if they comment, that's great. You know, Facebook will give you points, but less than they would do if they were sharing it. And also if they like it, because all they need to do is just click like, and then that's it. Okay, they will obviously give you less points. Now, points make prizes. It really is like that. Whenever anybody's searching for ways to pay less tax in Facebook, the more points you've got, or edge rank as Facebook like to call it, the higher up the search rankings you go. So that's ultimately what you're looking for. You're looking for shares, comments, and likes. Okay, so there's the first thing. Now, I think, you know, from there you'd be fairly okay to start posting things. What I want to do in the next video, because this is going on a bit, I want to show you how to really start to get engagement by what we call using memes. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to create a meme using an online photo editor. Okay, it's dead simple, but it gets you some great interaction. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, fire over to my website, socialupscale.com. Take a wee look there. All right, that's where the blog is as well. And hey, look, if you found it useful, just leave me a comment below, or even share it. Wouldn't that be great? All right, take care. Bye bye.